Control statements. The flow of program execution is controlled through control statements. We can control the flow of program execution through control statements. There are three types of control statements in C language. Sequential control statements. Selection control statements. Repetition control statements. Selection statements. The statements which help us to decide which statements should be executed next, on the basis of conditions, are called selection statements. Two types of selection statements are if statement, if-else statement. Sequential control. In sequential control, all the statements are executed in the given sequence. Sequential control is the default control structure in C language. Condition. A condition could be any valid expression including arithmetic expressions, relational expressions, logical expression, or a combination of these. Nested selection structures. Selection statements within selection statements are called nested selection structures. Why do we need selection statements? ANS. The statements which helps us to decide which statements should be executed next, on the basis of conditions, are called selection statements. We need selection statements in a program to test several conditions, and execute instructions based on which condition is true. Selection statements make the program more users interactive and flexible. Two types of selection statements are if statement, if-else statement. Differentiate between sequential and selection statements. ANS. Sequential statements. In sequential statements, all the statements are executed in the given sequence. It is the default control structure in C language. It executes statements one by one in an order. In sequential control, writing program statements in a logical sequence. Each step in the sequence must logically progress to the next without producing any undesirable effects. Selection statements. Statements which helps us to decide which statements should be executed next, on the basis of conditions, are called selection statements. It is not the default control structure in C language. It enables a programmer to execute different statements for different conditions. It allows the selection of any number or statements based on the result of evaluation of a condition which may be true or false. Differentiate between if statement and if-else statement with an example. ANS. If statement. If statement is used to specify a condition and associate a code to it. The code gets executed if the specified condition turns out to be true, otherwise the code does not get executed. Syntax. If, condition. Associated code. If-else statement. The if-else statement is used in situation where some code is to be executed if a condition is true and some other code is to be executed if the condition is false. Syntax. If, condition. Associated code. Else. Associated code. What is the use of nested selection structure? ANS. Selection statements within selection statements are called nested selection structures. The use of an if statement is used within another if statement is called nested if statement. Nested if is used when we want to execute a statement or set of statement after checking more than one condition. Write the structure of if statement with brief description. An S. If statement is used to specify a condition and associate a code to it. The code gets executed if the specified condition turns out to be true, otherwise the code does not get executed. Syntax. If, condition. Associated code. What is repetition control statement? NS. Repetition control statement are used to repeat a number of statements up to a specified number of times or until a specified condition fulfilled. There are three types of loops which are used in C language. For loop. While loop. Do while loop. What is if-else if statement? ANS. The if-else if is a type of conditional statement that combines more than two conditions. It allows the programmer to make a decision on several conditions.